Hello world, I'm a few days late this week. Got busy with some other stuff. Anyway, that doesn't matter. I'm here. We're ready to try some more hot sauce. And this week we're going to be trying a sauce from Yellowbird Sauce Company out of Texas called, they just call it Jalapeño Condiment. So they don't call it hot sauce, but it's hot sauce. And actually, this is one thing that I kind of like about their presentation that I haven't seen very many, if any other companies do, and that is that it comes in a squeeze bottle, which I think makes it really easy to control the portion that you're applying to whatever you're going to put it on. So that's already a plus. And I should mention as well, this is another sauce that was sent to me by my old First Sergeant. So thanks, First Sergeant D. And I think I've got 5 or 6 different hot sauces from Yellowbird that he sent me that I've still got to go through, so these will also be spread out through the next few weeks. Well, let's take a sniff. Let's see how this stuff smells. Sealed for our safety. Not surprisingly, it smells a lot like red jalapenos when they're really ripe. And it has a little bit of a sweet note to the smell. We've got, of course, jalapeno peppers, carrots, which not a lot of hot sauces use carrots, which I think is kind of an underutilized ingredient because you can add a bit of sweetness without dumping a ton of sugar in it. And it helps with the color, especially if you're working with an orange or a red pepper. Vinegar, onions, garlic, organic cane sugar, so they're still using some sugar, salt, and lime juice concentrate. I'm a big fan of lime juice. 9 times out of 10, I'll take lime over lemon, so that's already a plus for me. Okay, so, yeah, see? It's got just like you would see at a little burger joint or whatever, where they've got ketchup in a squeeze bottle. It's got that same type of an applicator, if you want to call it that. And of course, as I do every week on this show, we need to take a shot. And I've been thinking of kind of renaming this a little bit because I feel like the hot sauce shot is kind of I've used this word before, I just can't think of a better word. It's kind of the gimmick of the show. So I don't know, maybe I need to call this the hot sauce shots show or something like that. If you have a better idea, let me know in the comments, because I think I'll leave the channel as that hot sauce guy, but as far as this specifically as a series, I think it deserves its own name. Anyway, big, nice, full shot there. It has a similarity to the garlic cayenne sauce that I did for the 4th of July, except better. The vinegar isn't nearly as pronounced. And I think one of the tricky things about using a red jalapeno is you start to bridge the gap flavor-wise between a jalapeno and cayenne. And I think jalapeno tastes its best while it's still green, but this is still really good. And it's not spicy. I mean, it's not as mild as the roasted jalapeno creamy Dave's Gourmet sauce that I did last week. I don't know, maybe call it a 2 out of 5 for spice. But one of the other things, and let's go ahead and get the scrambled eggs out. It's a thicker sauce, so for a shot, it kind of doesn't work super well for that, which, I mean, if you're a hot sauce company, the last thing on your list, your last consideration should be some idiot on the internet that's taking full shots of your sauce. I mean, that's dumb, but it's fun. So it doesn't pour out super well that way, but I do think that is a good thing, especially where it comes in the squeeze bottle and it has this type of a tip, just because it would make it really easy. See, if I tilt the bottle, it's just barely coming out, but give it a little squeeze and I can get just the right amount. So I think that makes this type of a sauce, and if I'm not mistaken, they do the same thing with all of their hot sauces. They're a slightly thicker sauce. They come in the same bottle. I think that makes it really good for anywhere where you really need to control the flow of it, that you don't want to get it all over the place. You're going to put it on a broad or a hot dog. I think this would work really well for that. Burgers, whatever. Anywhere that you want a milder sauce that you don't want to make a mess with. And of course, these thicker sauces, they'll still work in things like soups and stuff like that. You just might have to stir it a little more. All right. Let's see how we do for the scrambled eggs. Which, when I cook the scrambled eggs for this show, they always have jalapenos already in them. Because I really like jalapenos. That's good. I almost wish I would have got a kolache to try this on today, because this would go really well on that. Any kind of breakfast sandwich, anything with eggs, this is going to be really good on. In fact, I wish I had some deviled eggs, because I think this would be outstanding on deviled eggs. Sorry, I'm having a moment here. This is a good sauce. Usually I only take like 2 bites of the eggs, but I'm sorry, it's a good sauce. If you had anybody in your family or a friend that you wanted to introduce to hot sauces, but they weren't really big on spice, I think this would be a really good sauce for that, just because the flavor complements savory things like this so well, and it's not spicy. I really like this. In fact, as far as a jalapeno sauce goes, I think I actually like this one a little bit better than the one from Bravado. And these guys automatically get a point for this type of a bottle, but I think this just barely edges out the Bravado. And on the value side of things, most of the hot sauces that you're going to get that come in those bottles, I don't have one handy, they're all out of arm's reach over there. They're about a 5-ounce bottle. This is 9.8, and I've noticed, like at my local Walmart, they actually carry 3 of the flavors from these guys now. They have the jalapeno, they've got the habanero, and I think the serrano. And it's like $5. So I think it's a really good value. I don't know, I'd probably call it like a 4 out of 5 on the value. So if you look at it purely by ounce per dollar, the Tapatio is still going to win out. But this is good. But I think that's still a great value for a hot sauce, especially with that type of a flavor. Like, when I say something's a good value as a hot sauce, you could almost take that to mean that I'm just being really cheap, which I am. But it's but it's not a cheap sauce. This isn't a gas station hot sauce. Okay, let's try the next thing. Well, one more bite of eggs. Next, I've got a slice of Little Caesars cheese pizza. Why Little Caesars? There's actually a reason to this besides the fact that I'm cheap. I know Little Caesars is one of those places that gets panned a little bit for not being a stellar slice of pizza. And I don't think that's really the market they're after anyway. But whatever, marketing aside, it's not a Papa Murphy's, it's not a New York pizza, but it is a wheat-based product with tomato sauce and cheese on top. But my thinking was, let's see what the pizza tastes like with a little of the hot sauce on it. Like, will it actually make it a good slice of pizza? It's not bad. I prefer it on the eggs, but that's actually not bad. Last, we have some avocado toast. And contrary to what a lot of people would like to make you think, this isn't a millennial food. It wasn't invented by millennials. I had avocado toast at my abuela's house in 1994, so it's not a new thing. I've been eating this stuff for probably the last 30 years at least. Let's see how we do. This would be a good addition for guacamole. I have a separate YouTube channel that's mostly about like astrophotography and drone flight and stuff like that. But prior to getting into that stuff, I did a video about how to make guacamole my way, which I like to think of as the only real way to make guacamole. And one of the things I had said in there is that you need to have a good hot sauce, not necessarily a spicy hot sauce. And the one I usually go with for that is Cholula, their red chili garlic. But if you couldn't get a hold of it, and you didn't have another choice, this would work. Maybe. It's good like this. I gotta actually try that in guacamole before I can say that for sure. I would like to try this on nachos. I think it might be really good on nachos. I'm very happy with this sauce. I think I said 2 out of 5 for spice, 4 out of 5 for value. I'm going to say 4 out of 5 for flavor as well, especially on eggs. This is outstanding on eggs. So good job to the Yellowbird Sauce Company. You're doing Texas proud. I'll include links if you want to try their hot sauce. I know you can get it on Amazon and a few other places. And I'm excited to try their other flavors. Like I said, I've got like 4 or 5 more of their sauces in the cupboard just waiting for their turn to run the gauntlet here. So thanks for watching. If you liked this show, this episode, this review, please hit that like button. If you didn't, I mean, you can hit thumbs down. I mean, you know, if you hate puppies and stuff, go ahead. If you want to see more of the sauces we'll review in the future, please subscribe. And if you hit that notification bell, it'll let you know when a new episode comes out. Normally, these get posted every Tuesday. Till next week. Oh, and if you can think of a name that would be good for this actual series, let me know in the comments. I'm thinking like hot sauce shots or something. I had thought about hot shots, but that sounds too much like that old Charlie Sheen movie. Or the firemen that like jump with parachutes out into the woods or whatever. So I don't know. I'm going to have to kick that one around a little bit. But for now, I'm just going to finish, well, all of this stuff because it's good.